has grown on me.
Yeah. Like a fungus.
Fungus among us.
Hello. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks. Hello, everybody. We have a motley crew with us today. Hello, everyone. Glad to have you here. Welcome to another messy Monday. And if you're watching football off to the side, I can understand that, but looks like UGA is doing well, and I'm not happy. So, yeah. Anyway,
I do not.
UGA is doing well.
I do. I will never pull for UGA. That is an axiom. We are Georgia Tech fans, and our song says "To hell with Georgia," and we mean it. So,
and there you have it. By the way, this is a youth minister. By the way, just pointing that out.
Haters.
I'm totally a hater. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's arch rivalry for you. There's no peace when you have an arch rival. You don't pull for them. That is not an arch rival. That's just whatever. So now I have friends who are Georgia fans, and we love hating each other. Anyway, so all about it. But anyway, glad to have y'all here. Thank y'all for joining us on a messy Monday. We'll do a quick spin around the room here in just a bit. But I am building the Nissan set that I know is back ordered on Lego.com, but was sitting in my Walmart, so I was able to get it. And I have also acquired the 3 copies of the Brown Spaceman and the Blue Baby, so I'm excited. Now my new favorite Blue Baby, except for the Scala Baby, which is actually my favorite Blue Baby. So Scala Baby.
That's just creepy.
It's the creepiest thing, and it has no stud connection, has no nothing, right? It's just this lump of scary baby plastic. So
did you see where Femme from the Block took the Scala baby's head, chopped it off, and did the Toy Story 2 thing? Gold, just Lego gold.
There was a convention when our friend Rob Brickmotter, who one of the guys that started one of the first ones with lights, Steve, he took and he drilled out the eye holes and put lights, evil red lights in the eyes of the Scala Baby, and incredibly awesome. Stever, my Scala, he has a. Stever, do you have one with the evil baby eyes? I mean, the whole smack. It's hilarious, so hilarious. All right, let's see, Captain Xavier, what's up in your world today?
Well, I've been trying to find more of Series 24 minifigs. I was able to find one store that had them, and then I've had absolutely no luck. Our Targets don't carry it. Our Walmarts don't carry it. Just nothing. Bereft. But the one place I did go, I was able to find a bunch of the orc, troll, goblin, whatever you want to call them.
Nice.
I got the other one. I did get the baby, the spaceman, and the baby. I got the French lady and her poodle, or chihuahua. I feel it should have been a poodle. Nobody asked me.
You are correct. It should have been a poodle.
Alien guy who I made some modifications to. Carrot. And I was able to find a couple of the Falconers. My Black Falcon army grows further. I give them all different hair, though. But supposedly, the small, independent, local toy store is going to be getting them. They're just waiting for their order to get in, so I'm on the call me when they get in list so I can go and loot the joint. My New Year's Eve Lego order arrived, so I have the little Slave 1.
Yes.
The TIE Bomber. And, of course, the Blacktron.
The Black
He's always been always been my favorite series since I was a child. And then a bunch of random brick that I'm currently sorting through from the pick a brick to fill out the order to get this. And let's see, what else did I do? I recently did a video. Somebody sent me a whole bunch of Series 23 in fan mail, so I got to open all of those. It was a good haul. I got 5 more of the Knight. I got a bunch of the Wolfman that I then turned into heavy Wolfpack cavalry. It was good. It was good. That's about it for me.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, any fans of this show that would want to send me free stuff, or any of the guys on the panel, we would accept that.
I'm
Easy,
sure you
easy. We would. In a minute. Let's catch up in chat. Blech is here, and Chris Campbell is watching the ball game. Yeah, it's on. You just can't hear it here. And right now, I'm kind of upset about it since Georgia's dominating. So.
Oh, did I mention I figured out who Chris's guy is when he got his 2 cases of minifigures?
You did. You know his guy.
I did. So when the next series comes out, I can easily do the same scenario and order them ahead of time. So and they will arrive before they go. Oh yes, I did, Chris. Yes, I heard. Campbell ordered a case, and then when they came in in quantities of 2 cases, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'll just take them both," which is in classic Campbell.
Oh yeah. Well, I need to find me a guy that would do that for me.
Oh, don't worry. My guy will hook us up. Don't worry. Or I should say, Campbell's guy will hook us up.
Campbell's guy. Well, the funny thing is, I really don't, unless one of these. I'm not motivated to collect all of these. I will army build out of a set like this. Right. Muppets come out. I want one of the Muppets, and I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just me, though.
That's always been the thing with Matthew and Shannon and Will, is that they'll split a case because they know they all want a complete set. So I like hunting, and then I know that I'll just get duplicates of the ones I want.
Right. Well, Jay, let's see. Friday, my Walmart had 1 case. I picked through it. It had not been picked through, so I got the 3. Space guys out of there. I got one of this guy just to check it out. He's better in person than he looks. The one with the green and pink and everything. He's got some interesting features. And I don't think I'll army build him. The tile, that printed tile in there is amazing. So, but I didn't get any others. But Jake went today, which is Monday, and that entire case was gone from my little Walmart near here. So
I'm sure that was
somebody cried when they didn't get his brown spaceman.
I kind of wonder if somebody just bought the box to get the box, because like I was telling y'all before, I picked them out and I put all of the bags back in the box, really nice and neat. And mainly because the lady was restocking the Lego shelves, and I didn't want to look like that guy who leaves like piles of, yes, I'm getting these. I might get these. I'm definitely not getting these, as you're feeling the bags, and then not put them back in there. So I put them back in there, but I put them very, very, very particular back in. So somebody grabbed the box to get them all. They didn't do what, Dana?
Somebody thought they had a full case.
Yeah, they did. And then they didn't, because I got them. Anyway, all right, let's see. Jeff Van Winden, what's up in your world, man? You're muted, dude.
Yeah, I dropped a piece just as you called me. Not much. I also have been on the hunt for the figs. I did manage to find some, but I have a bit of story for that. So I got 2 extra space baby dudes and 3 of the ogres and 1 of the Falcon ladies too, extra, plus the full set. But I ended up similar idea. I went to my local toy shop a few days ago. I guess it was on Friday. And I asked, I didn't see any on the shelf. I asked if they had them. They were like, we got 2 cases and we sold out of them very quick. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. Usually they get a skid. So I was like, okay. And I said, any ideas of when you get some? And they're like, no, but you can order them on our store online. And I'm like, okay. So I got back to the car, pulled up my phone, sold out online as well. then I went to our local, or then I just went to the next site I could think of, which was our local bookstore chain, Indigo, and they had them in stock in the store. Well, they had like 30 something in the store. I'm like, okay, so someone's probably picked through those. But they had them available online, so I ordered 48. I needed 3 full sets. But that's the thing. If I can't pick them out of a box, or if I don't get a full box, I've got to do that, right? I had also ordered to fill up a Lego order. I'd also ordered 2 of the small boxes, the 6-pack boxes, and I opened those. I got those came in today too. I opened those, and it was actually a full set as well. So I was like, okay, bonus. And then Shop at Home for some reason had a limit of 2 for the individual bags in the first few days of January, so I'd ordered those as well just to fill in the order and get me up to that price point to get some silly set that everybody wants. I don't know, this thing or whatever. And I opened those 2 up, and in those 2 separate bags, I got one of the Bennies, or one of the Space Babies, and I got the French lady character. So I have a bunch of extras now that are not the space person, the falconer, or the orc. Basically, I think I had another full set out of the extras I got, and I'm going to basically anytime I'm going to the store, I might just grab a few bags here and there in the hopes of getting more of the ones I want. I don't feel the bags. I don't care much. It's like I go by chance more or less. But yeah, so I did that. I've been working also this weekend. Let me see if I can pick this up without it completely falling apart. I'm working on a cargo ship, which doesn't look like much yet, but it's using the theme of the soccer plates.
Nice.
Oh, cool. It was you that made the one back in the day, a spaceship with the cargo plate, with those plates,
yeah,
right?
I made the one back in the day. So the idea is that the middle is the cargo hold. So I built this piece, which it's a little bit on an angle, and the idea is this slides straight. The doors will slide into there, so they tuck in, and then it can fold back into it, and that just gives it full access to the cargo hanger.
You need to make a cargo thing that has a little small Lego Masters trophy and a Canadian, since you're making a very Canadian ship, it needs to have some Canadian cargo.
Yes, this is true. Maybe I do. So I'm trying to get this done. I've also got the hanger. I went the wrong way. I've also got the hanger in progress back here, waiting for parts for that one as well. I also am working on my classic space mural, which I had a call to Lego Shop at Home, or to Lego Bricks and Pieces today, because my December 2nd order hasn't shipped yet, which I knew it hadn't shipped yet. I know it's not shipping probably till next week, but I was a little peeved at the site, because the site says standard orders are going to be shipped in 28 business days, and it's basically been been more than 28 days, but not quite 28 business days because of the holidays. But I called her, and she's like, "Oh yeah," she put me on hold for a minute, came back and said, "Yeah, last week they sent out the November 30th orders, so yours should be done this week." And I'm like, "Okay, thanks. There's not much I can do about it." But I know for a fact that the November 30th orders were sent out like 2 or 3 weeks ago before they shut down the system, right? So the North American Shop at Home people have no idea that the system was turned off for the full month of December, and the website doesn't say anything either, right? So I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of pissed off people that have ordered parts.
Well, I will say, not to take advantage of it, but I would call and moan a little bit, and you might even get a duplicate order sent to you. So,
well, I don't need more dots after that. Like I've been placing orders for parts for my hanger and stuff, and I've just been ordering, like, if there's dots that they have that I need, I've been filling it in. So I'm already getting extra stuff when that order finally ships.
Yeah.
Just because I've already had to replace it. But medium lavender 1x1 round tile goes for 60-ish cents, I think it is, Canadian.
Yep.
On Bricklink, and it's 6 cents on the site, and I need like 200 of them. So I'm not spending like $80. I think when I priced out the tiles I needed that I could buy on Bricklink, and it would be, I think it was like almost $100 Canadian, which is the price of my Bricks and Pieces order that included the big tiles too. So I guess I'm just going to be patient, and hopefully it comes in time. And if not, then I guess I don't bring that mock. I haven't actually registered it yet for the event.
Yeah.
Because I figured worst case scenario, I'll bring it with me and say, hey, I've got this too if you want me to bring it, right? Or pop it up. So,
Cool. Yeah, I think I need to register on my side mocks and stuff like that are coming.
yeah,
I made.
registering is just basically sending them an email, though, isn't it?
I think so.
Like
Yeah.
on their site. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Good deal.
Yeah.
I'm
Hopefully
looking forward to
everything
hanging out with you.
Me too. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you guys. So, and Matt, clean your your spare bedroom.
And I moved a few things before I went in the hospital, but
well, like I
yeah,
said,
it's
worst
a good
case
thing
scenario, when I show up, I'll just open my trunk and we can just move everything in there temporarily.
You just bring your trailer.
Well, I'm trying not to do that this time.
Okay, Mark, you answered that question. There was a question for you in the chat, but you answered it. Mark, did you answer it from inside the program? Or did you go to YouTube to answer it? Just curious.
I grabbed my phone and pulled up YouTube on my phone and answered from my phone, because if I answer through StreamYard, it posts as for Zoom.
Yeah, I was wondering if they'd changed that. Okay, so
Yeah,
I just spent time building the back of this, the Nissan or whatever, and this little bit of snot action going on right here was super easy and obvious, and I would never have figured it out on my own, and that's what makes me mad. The best part to make the rear view lights have that look like on the real car, it uses neck brackets, and they're going to be snapped in and flushed in because the snot and the plates and the half plate thicknesses and everything in there. It looks so easy and like, duh, I could have figured that out. I could have spent a month and I would have never got that to work. So that's what I mean. I think that's the best part of Speed Champions is learning these snot techniques, which I'll never remember when I'm really building something. I'm just going to be honest. But this is super, super cool.
Mhm.
And I think they had upped the price to this to $24. These Speed Champions are still worth it because it's like school. It's awesome. All right. Just FYI. And TCU just scored a touchdown to bring it within 3. Thank you very much. So, all right. Jason, welcome back, Jason. It's good to see you here. What's going on in your Lego world?
Hello.
Hello.
Well, like everybody else, I had a quest for minifigs. I did a bit of bribing over the weekend, actually on, I think it was Friday, and hit up a number of stores, collected pretty much all the ones that I wanted.
Wait, what kind of bribing?
Well, I basically just went up 400 or 19, whatever it is, and went all the way up to Bricks and Boards Plus, hitting a couple of Walmarts along the way, and following behind someone who also was looking for orcs, falconers, and spacemen, because it was kind of hit and miss whether those
You
were
need
in
to
stock.
stay out of my Walmart.
And then, but mostly I've been working on this largest mock that I've built so far, which is this like terrarium thing for our zoo stuff.
So is there going to be a zoo collab at Atlanta Brain Commission?
If not, then there will just be a frog terrarium.
Gotcha.
I'm probably not going to have time to do anything. For my part on zoo stuff. So,
And the part that I really wanted to get to work is this lighting setup in it, where I've actually got
I like it.
Oh wait,
a
let's see.
paint light that has all these different colors and make some of the different frogs pop out a little bit more.
Pretty.
So that's taken up most of my building time, and it's still not done.
I'm looking forward to February when we get to hang out, and it's not this weekend, but next weekend, right? That we have Lug meeting. Is that right?
Correct.
21st.
21st. We're meeting at the Evil Skull Lounge. There's no justice there.
Evil lair.
It's an evil
But is
lair.
there
Yes.
lunch? As
Do
long
what?
as there's lunch. As long as there's lunch.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is when I saw that address and I saw it was there, I'm like, did they put the address in wrong? Because that's right by the bricks and minifigs. What's going on? And so that's cool that they're opening up the place for us. It's awesome.
Are they only open at night normally or something? I'm not familiar with the restaurant.
Chris, who is the Bricks and Minifigs, he suggested it. He said he's really good friends with the guy. The guy came over, I think, during one of our lug meetings, and he's kind of casually interested in Lego, and so he gave him a ring, and he's like, "Sure, I'll be happy to open up early for you guys." So it was his suggestion. Honestly, it wasn't really even on my the burger place that's next door has also opened up, but we wouldn't have that place to ourselves. So we'll give it a try,
Really
see
cool.
how it goes.
And that place isn't too bad either. I did try the burger place, and I also stopped by Bricks and Minifigs on Friday on my way home.
Georgia scored. Dadgummit. Sorry. Stupid game.
So
yeah, that's
I'm
awesome.
trying to order.
Maybe that needs to be emphasized that, hey, this is a pretty special deal that this restaurant's opening up for us. So support them with some money. So that's exciting.
I guarantee that Dana would spend at least $50 on beer to get them to do it.
Nah, not so much lately. At one point in time, absolutely.
We're not going to get to see Happy Convention, Dana?
No, unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait till June if you make it for that.
No. Only in Chicago?
Only in Chicago. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe in February. I don't know.
All right. Jason, it's good to have you back. Hope you are glad you're doing well. Have we been to the captain yet? Have we did the captain?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, we
first.
did. Yeah, you are. I'm sorry. I'm barely paying attention. Let's see. Matt, let's go to Matt. We're going up the board. Here we go. How are you?
Yeah, so today's hat is the Band-Aid since I'm healing. Foot's coming along. It looks a little less bright red. It's mostly pink now, and the pink is returning to light nougat shade as a Caucasian American male. That's
Caucasian
the correct
nougat
shade. Caucasian nougat. I have built a couple of sets, so this is an oldie. It's been out for a while, but I hadn't gotten around to building it. So I built Rabbits in Space.
Oh, it's so good.
A fun little set, and if you can see through the trans orange, there's two identical bunnies who are piloting the space bunny. I'm imagining that each bunny has a paw on one control lever and the other, so they have to like fly as a dynamic duo. There's also a carrot-shaped rocket that opens up to reveal cargo containers in the inside. And there's also, and I don't remember if anybody mentioned this when the set first came out, but there's an adorable sticker of the Classic Space logo, but instead of it being a spaceship, it's a little rabbit that's circling the planet.
It's adorable, except when you stick it on whatever it is, that clear, thin print, you don't see it as well, and it's annoying.
That's a fair point. But the artwork, it was a nice little touch. I guess I had missed that Easter egg was in there. And so when I was building and I got to that sticker, I just literally laughed out loud. That was fun.
I've heard when that little bunny capsule gets to its destination, it's filled with about 20 or 30 other little bunnies. But I'm not
maybe
sure.
they just put the extra bunnies in and use them as fuel. Don't tell. I hope no children are listening to the broadcast. But the other thing I've been working on is a little pilot test plot for a really big mosaic, and I realized and the whole thing will be covered with dots, and so I pulled all my dots out of. I usually sort by color and then by shape, but in the case of dots, I need all the dots handy for the mosaic I'm working on. So I have not one of these, but three. So check out this baby. That's a lot of tan, yellow, brown, and dark. What is it? Medium nougat. Okay, is it just me or is it wrong that this is medium nougat?
Yeah.
But this is nougat. Medium
Yeah.
nougat is clearly darker. Like this should be dark nougat and that should be nougat, but no, that's not the naming convention.
Can I just say,
Anyways.
if you say you're going to pull out your brown and yellow, I'm not going to be excited by that. But now that I know what that is, maybe I would.
And then I went then I've got more colors here. The dark blue was recently on the wall, and so was the light aqua. So I have an entire tall cup of these, as well as white. So those are 3 colors that I have lots of. But so for this mega project, it's probably going to be a multi-year mosaic. It's going to be huge, and so I got some help from another Lego builder who goes by Deep Shen on the Instagrams, and he helped me come up with the shopping list of how many dots I'll need. And if I actually build it to life size scale, it'll be 98,000 dots.
Good gravy.
But fortunately, like a lot of the dots are really dirt cheap. So I'm on Bricklink and I'm on the shop Bricks and Pieces on Shop Lego, and a couple of these things are like a penny a piece. Like the bright green, you can get it from a Polish store where in the Polish currency it's actually less than a cent a piece. Hard to beat that. So even though I need like thousands of them, when you're spending less than a cent per piece, you can buy a lot. Buy a lot doesn't add up too much. So that's interesting. So that we're working on this project and we're working on a test plot. We got to figure out how we would like transport it and move it around. Here's a test plot. I don't have enough dark gray, and I need dark gray, dark turquoise, and some gold. But I have all the other colors pretty much to fill this in. And so this is the edge of an umbrella, and this is a tree up here. And then the edge of the painting has like these pink colors. So I'm kind of playing around with it. I'm not sure that I'll do it on these black mosaic base plates. That'll get expensive. If I do it on regular base plates, that'll also get expensive. But pretty sure I know what my bulk lug order part selection is going to be, which is, hey, who wants to get some dark gray dots? Because Matt needs 16,000 of them.
That's just going to be your entire order, right? No other part.
Pretty much. So my order might be dark gray dots and black mosaic plates, and that might be it. That might be everything. I may only order like 2 elements. So we'll see. But as Dana has said repeatedly, this is the purpose of bulk lug, to buy large quantities to do a epic mega scale project. So I am trying to embrace this.
Embrace the lug bulk.
And I also will probably end up getting a lot of these art plates. I really like them.
The mosaic plates?
Yeah, the mosaic plates.
There you go.
And I bought like 6 of those Target art sets that came with 9 in each set. So I start off with like 9 of them that connect together. I need to sit down and calculate exactly how many I would need, but the number of dots is like 256 versus 256 studs by 356 studs, which comes out to 98,000 studs. So 98,000 divided by 16 by 16, that's going to add up.
And are you factoring in the color of them? They've got a few more colors now. I know there's white in some of the art sets, and then I think there's a blue as well.
That's the thing. I would probably need it to be the same color, I suppose. Or I've also talked about putting like a layer of plates down, and then if black is what I'm building on, or if it's gray, or if it's blue, whatever the color is, if I put a layer of plates down and then I put the dots on top of that, that actually would reflect the painting better. But it would probably almost double the cost because now I need a layer of plate.
Oh, geez.
Well, and that's where some of the plates may be useful in that regard then, because they do have, you do see the color come through. Like when the first big one that I built, I made some homemade versions that were in kind of like the sand tan, and it had a very different feel to where the sections on the black plate were done.
So for example, if we think about the black, like this section here is pretty filled in. You can see a little bit of black peeking through. So if I had, let's say, dark green underneath this green of the tree, I think what I'm going to do is I may do this exact section of the mosaic twice. Once with just the black foundational plates, and then a second time with a layer of plates and then the dots on top of them, and then decide if I think the effect of having that color underneath is worth the extra amount. So the question here is, I don't get so it's 16 by 16, you need 256. You need art plates. Yeah, I'm going to have to, it won't line up exactly the same on a 16 by 16 scale. So I may have to like extend the edge just a little bit to get it to work out. Let's see, if I take 256, I've got my spreadsheet handy, of course, because who doesn't have a spreadsheet open? So 256 divided by 16, 16 stud squares works out exactly. It would be 16 of these 16 by 16 plates would be the height. And then the width, let me go back over to my, the width would work out to 384 studs wide. So 384 divided by 16 stud plates is 24. So it would be 16 of these black plates high and then 24 of these black mosaic across. So that would 16 by 24. Do some more math. I know VW loves working out the mechanics of things, so I'm surprised he hasn't already done this in his head. But I would need 384 of these black 16 by 16 panels
at about
right
$4
now,
a piece.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's going to add up.
So Matthew, let me tell you, base plates.
So base plates would be cheaper. The issue then is, well, how do you make them stand 6 feet tall? You got to attach them to something. Well, that also is going to cost money. So it's not as though base plates are clearly cheaper than the mosaic plates, but then they're going to have to be attached to something, and they're going to have to be attached to something that can be broken down and put into a vehicle driven to Chicago or wherever this mosaic is going to travel to, and then come back and be reassembled and put on my wall. So yeah. So I read there was a great Lego book, and this guy did this enormous mosaic. He kind of inspired me in a way. He did this enormous mosaic which was of his own creation, and he said that he had to have built a aluminum frame to attach the plate so that it wouldn't warp and it wouldn't bend. And he said he spent as much money on the aluminum frame as he did on the Lego. And I kind of don't want to spend that much on a frame. I mean, I
don't
may
want
end up.
you to either.
Yeah,
you will need some sort of.
pricey.
Yeah, you will need something. I mean, even like I've got
Agree.
What is it? 18 or no? 6 by 3, and even that you can feel a little bit of flex.
Yes, you
but
can.
Yeah, I don't know how you would support the weight with just the pins and the clutch alone.
Now, if I had a layer of plates under the dots, at a certain level, I could have the plates bridge across to provide greater stability. So that would lock them in, but then I'd still have to have a way to break them apart for transportation. So
and you can still,
I guess
you can still put things. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you can still put a lot on the backside too. I mean, your main interlocking for transport could be, 2x4s or steel or something in the back that is actually a lot stronger, and with like some lock nuts or something like that to make smaller.
Somebody says in the chat, Mark from Denlove did a Superman #1. Not sure how with the backing, but he had a wood easel. I mean, so to make this life size, it's going to be 6.5 feet tall, which is taller than I am. and 10 feet wide. So it's definitely going to have something to lean against and not fall over. I mean, in theory, it could go against the wall at a convention. It's still going to need something to add support, even if it is leaning against the wall. So, and it still has to come apart for transportation purposes. So, this might be something I have to talk to Moto about, but I easily imagine Moto coming up with very expensive solutions that makes sense to an engineer. Well, what you need is a custom built. I'm like, yeah, Moto, I don't want to spend like $50,000. Zip ties. Maybe.
Yeah, zip ties. Although you order that many zip ties, the FBI is going to come and look into your whatever's going on. I cannot wait to see that that continue and be amazing. When do you think you're going to be done? This is like a whole year project, do you think?
No, it's an interesting question. I've found, and I don't know how Dana feels about this because he's done some sizable ones. I find that putting the stuff on goes really quick, at least quicker than I think it's going to be. And I'm actually thinking that this could be something that I just work on during every old gray bricks. Like, you know, put the camera on, I'm like snapping studs onto plates. And if I did it 2 nights a week for an hour and a half, 2 hours, I don't know how fast it would go, to be honest.
I think I
could see.
I think the bigger problem is going to be sourcing parts versus putting them on. Because
the longest, I think I could have every part I need except for the dark gray that I'll hopefully get through lug bulk, which probably won't show up till August, September.
Right.
I think I could have all the parts in a month. Like I'm placing my third shop Lego order, which will get me a free Blacktron, which I'll flip for $50. So that brings down the price. Every $200 order, I'm getting a $50 gift with purchase I can sell off. So now I'm not paying 3 cents a brick. I'm paying 2.5 cents a dot. And then the ones that are even cheaper on Bricklink, I'm going to order off Bricklink. And yes, I'll have to pay shipping, which will bring up the price a little bit, but they'll still end up being cheaper than buying them off shop.lego. So the price of acquiring the parts is actually not as prohibitive as I first feared. As I go through it, I'm very carefully looking at where can I get the best price for the quantity of parts that I need. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Like while we've been on tonight, I've popped in this one Polish store, which would basically finish off 5 colors. The order came to like $58 US, which is not that much money. Not when you're talking about needing like 98,000. I mean, that's not all my colors, but that one store has quantities at very cheap prices for about 7 colors. And the fact that I already bought the Target mosaic sets means that I started off with about a third of the dots required already in my possession. So that's one reason I'm able to start snapping them on right now, is I actually already have a decent amount to begin with. And it's probably going to be the dark gray is probably going to be the last color I get my hands on. So I could see myself having all these things popped on by the end of the summer, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. That's the thing about a big project. And once I get excited about something, if I keep the enthusiasm up, I could see this actually coming together, not in time for Brick World this year, but maybe for 2024. We'll see. Or a convention in 2024. Bricks in the Sticks 2024.
There you go.
Bricks in the Sticks. There you go.
For those of you who are not close followers, that is the Toronto area convention that was announced. So when is that convention?
July 22nd, 23rd. If my brain remembers.
Oh, we've got a cat butt sighting.
Cat
Actually,
butt.
there's no butt yet. Oh, I can almost see the butt. Rotate there, kitty.
There we go. So Maddie sent me a message on the Instagrams or whatever. It said there's a Cleveland Lego show coming up in the summer. Is that right? Do y'all know anything about that?
I think that's one of those not convention type ones. I'm trying to think what they're called now. Arg. The ones that a few builders go to and display all their models, and then
like Brickfest.
Yeah, Brickfest. Yeah, like one of those.
The invite only kind.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
I believe it's one of those. I can't remember which one it is, but
I will probably not be invited, but she was excited about that. That was in her backyard and everything. So awesome. All right, Mr. Sandlin. Mr. Sandlin is busy building away. I know. How are you today, sir?
All right. I got my Lego order in. So I got Starry Nights, the Vincent Van Gogh Starry Night. So I have been stacking plates over here.
Oh, geez.
Nice.
Is that what you built during the show?
Yeah, I've done this during the show. A lot of plates. Still not as bad as the mosaic. This is still not as mind numbing as a mosaic. But I've done all of this already.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so this looks really cool. This is really really neat. So I'm kind of excited about the set. As our viewers may have heard before, I am a graphic designer, and I had to take 5 semesters of art history. So doing like a traditional art piece like this is kind of cool. Kind of fun to have that. I got my Blacktron set. It's right behind me, right there. So I may or may not build that later. Haven't decided. So anyway, that's about it for me. Just stacking plates.
Stacking plates. That's cool deal. Cool deal. Is Small Paul with you this weekend, or is he?
He'll be here Friday.
Friday. Okay, cool.
But just being a Monday, he's not here today. So
Yeah, I knew that. I didn't know if you were going to have him this weekend or not. So
yeah, he'll be here Friday night, but he'll be around next week when we have our lug meeting.
cool. Good deal. All right. Let's see, Dana. How are you, sir?
I am well. How are you all this evening?
Doing okie dokie.
We're all fine here. Thanks for asking.
Oh, fine. Except George is up 24-7, and I'm not happy about that.
I'm sorry to hear about your sports ball weird obsession that you have. It's strange. It's strange.
So
I like
small problems.
I like this new chair, except for it sits lower than normal, so I have to adjust myself so I don't feel so small.
So you're saying you're a little short for a stormtrooper?
No.
Nice.
Actually, I am. They always want to say a stormtrooper is like 5'10". They were actually more like 5'11" to 6 foot. So I'm just right, perfect for a stormtrooper. What can I say? That all being said, let's see what have we got going on this week. So, as I found I found a few baby spacemen as we saw. So I had to build a X1 patrol craft.
Yes.
And then I went ahead because I knew I was going to do more. And one of my friends from Germany, he's like, "What about the 2-seater scooter?" And I'm like, "Done, gotta have it."
Oh, you need to build a rover now.
Oh, you mean like a baby rover?
Yes.
Got a baby rover.
Now do the mobile rocket launch one.
Actually, I think the next one's going to be at least a rocket launcher, probably from the 78s, the smaller ones, the thinner, smaller ones. I don't know about the big ones. I got to play with that because I run into where you got to try and find the right pieces to do what you want to do at that scale. Like today, I actually started, I fleshed out in Studio to do an LL918-esque ship because there isn't, to try and do the canopy, you're either using the original canopies and then you're still keeping it the same size, or you go without a canopy. And I want to keep a canopy. So I've got a piece that I think will work. I'll play with it tomorrow while I'm on conference calls. So, because I do have another baby for that one. And then I have one more bag that I got here that I found. Luckily, I walked into a Walmart and there were like 8 bags sitting in a little bin. And I'm like, yeah, this is going to be all like soccer referees. And I flipped through and boom, there was one more baby. And I was like, yay.
Yay.
So got a baby. Also, I also noticed that this new X-Wing poly bag is out.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And it comes with medium stone gray ski poles.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
I don't recall medium stone gray or light gray
Oh, light gray.
people
Okay.
being available in other sets before. So
They are not.
So this is a definite parts pack for that. I also, when I last posted the big stack for all my my habitats, and I was at 47, and somebody pointed out that I had reddish brown and dark brown, but I didn't have brown. And for whatever reason, that just totally escaped me because Kaz didn't do old grays. She didn't do the old light gray or the old dark gray, which I did do, but it didn't dawn on me that there's the old brown. So
just get a pile of broken brown.
now we have old brown.
You should have done another one
Shatter
with you
your
guys
hand.
standing there with a pile of broken bits. That would have been funnier.
Well, the funny thing is not while building this, but by working on what I'll show next, I do have some brown chunder. So it's just you work with brown, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So those particular brown pieces that I showed you that broke were from when I've been working on the farm habitat, and so I have corn and pumpkins.
Did you buy that corn from Bricks and Pieces?
No. It's they're plates. They're studs.
Oh, okay. You don't have the corn bit. Okay.
No,
that's
no.
$7 million of Lego right there. So
Actually, the funny thing is, even doing this isn't cheap. To make the corn stalks and everything. Yeah, those what is it? These funky, what do you got in here? Don't fall. Yeah, these things are like gold because of people who do farms and shrubbery and whatever it may be.
Well, also the fact that they're easily broken.
Which I've got a small pile of broken ones here. So, the funny thing is they still work. You slide them in there. You can't see it. It's all rubbery.
And you can use the broken bits as feathers. They'll fit in a hat.
So I've got corn, pumpkins. I'm going to do carrots. I got asparagus. I've got some sort of leafy green foliage thing in olive green that I don't know what it's going to be. It's just going to look like it. I think I'm going to throw in some wheat, and that should cover the 2 base plates for the garden for the farming that I got planned. And then I got to start kicking on doing Mills plates for the rest of the moon base and start putting it up in the basement to kind of make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. So probably either Thursday or Monday next week, I will stream from the basement while working on that. So,
hey, here's a question: have we figured out how big the moon base layout is going to be? Are we going to use?
Because the people who are in charge of the lug haven't posted that information to start thinking about that yet.
Oh, okay.
Which is supposed to happen after Wednesday.
Okay.
So
I'm not trying to be that member. I'm just.
Oh no, I'm already actually being that member because I responded earlier this weekend to the board saying, "Hey, what's going on?"
Well, that's what I wonder because are we going to use club tables or other tables?
That's what we need to find out because if we, typically when we've done big shows like this where the whole lug participates, the town winds up taking all of the club tables, and then Moonbase winds up having to use venue tables.
Right. Well, that means that's a problem for the crater. So
Correct. So we have to figure that out or get Mr. Bell to start cranking out some tables for the show.
Oh, let's volunteer him. She's not.
Oh no, he volunteered himself. That's the thing. And although the question was whether he or Druce were doing the tables, and that was been 2 years that I've been asking about tables, but it's no longer my problem after next lug meeting. So
you don't have to be nice, Dana. Are we going to see the evil Dana?
You're totally going to see pissed off, irritated Dana come out that he will not have his public happy face on every day and be like, okay, I'm just going to call it what it is.
Cool.
So, but yeah, I feel like I've got other things to talk about, but I can't remember. I'm in building corn phase.
So am I, but it doesn't come out until about 8 in the morning.
Oh, sunflowers. That's what I'm going to add. I'm going to add a row of sunflowers. That's it.
Sunflowers.
Sunflowers.
Mark, have you made another panel?
Evidently in his.
This is the same one I've been stacking plates on this whole time.
Oh.
It's
I've
just
made a lot of progress. I mean, I've done this whole thing during our show, so
it's fantissimo.
I can't
it's a
get
lot of
used to
plates. But it
I
is
can't-
still. This is not as annoying as doing a mosaic of dots.
Every time you say it's a lot of plates, all I can think of is Clark W. Griswold saying, "A lot of sap." It's
A lot of
full.
sap.
A lot of sap.
Yeah. A lot of plates.
A
lot of plates. Well, I'm enjoying / it's weird because a lot of this interior is based on 5 instead of 6 inside.
Yeah.
So I've got a ton of the new 1x5 plates and all that kind of stuff, and it just feels so different and everything. So,
Yeah, I kind of want to. If I'm hoping somebody puts 1x5 light bluish gray plates on lug bulk,
that would be amazing.
because I find myself going, what I want to do won't work with a 2 and a 3. I need a 5.
I don't want to
Well-
go grabbing a 3, a 2, and a 1 to make this work.
I was going to mention that if Matthew wants dark gray dots in our bulk lug order, I would support that because that's great for space.
Greebles, yeah. I know the
Basically-
Ericksons would be all over it. So,
Oh yeah, get the castle guys in there.
Well, I think I was already joking with Dana that everybody's jaws will drop if the dark gray 1x1 round is my part selection, and all the space people would be like, "Yeah, yes,
We will all be happy.
he's come over to our side."
it's just good for making craters.
You know, I think it was 3 years ago we ordered these on lug bulk, and I thought, I don't know if I'm ever going to actually use them. I'm going to almost run out of what I have.
You know, I did not buy any of those that year.
You're regretting it. I know.
Which part are you talking about?
The
The transclear corners?
no, not the corners, the actual walls.
Yeah, no, they go real fast. If
They
you
go
if
fast.
you build anything of size, you chew through them like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Similar story. These I ordered 50 of them a few 10 years ago in white, thinking, "Oh, I'll never use that many." I ordered another 25 of them off of Bricklink this week because
Space.
yeah, space.
I mean, I just in my Jetsons tower, I just made this small outdoor pool area for the space crocodile people, and it's amazing how quickly you use those up. And the corners in particular, because if you build anything, usually you're using 4 corner parts.
Yep.
Where you know it, they're all gone.
Dana, if you need more of those, I have some.
I have just enough to do the 2 plates that I had planned out. If I get rambunctious and want to do a third one, then I might reach out to you and see if you got them.
I have some that Jeff brought me when he was working on Lego Masters. I think these belong to, well, actually, I don't know where he got them, but I have a nice little stack of them. I have this many.
That's a good stack. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. If I reach that point in time where I have time, I may ask you about those. All right. Time to build the roof.
The roof?
The roof.
The roof.
Roof.
Harumph.
I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Harumph. There we go.
Give the governor a harumph.
That's very Midwestern to say roof.
A roof. A roof.
Roof.
So I know that the new is it the Chinese New Year sets, or is that coming out? What's coming out like
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tonight, yeah.
Chinese New Year.
2 of them. The money tree came out early or late December, and it's been on back order ever since. And tonight's that square or the 2 diamond shaped display ones and the parade.
the
Otherwise,
parade
nice.
has purple space bed stuff, right?
Yeah. There is a purple space tank that will be out in the in one of the stunt sets as well, but that won't be till I think March.
And they won't show up in bricks and pieces until probably what? June.
August. Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. I just don't think I would want to spend. I don't need the purple tanks that much. It's going to have to be bricks and pieces. I'm sorry. So.
Well, then you only get one.
True.
Winner.
But I mean, I know Lego knows what they're doing by putting those parts in that set in that color. It peeves me, but I get it.
Well, no, actually, I think it was finally someone said, "Hey, you know what? Why don't we toss them a bone and make this available somewhere?"
Yes, toss them a large, expensive Chinese bone. So
yeah. No, but I mean, they know that it's going to go to bricks and pieces, and they know people are going to buy it that way.
Yeah, and then it's also going to go to Bricklink, and they're going to cut off of that, so they know.
They know.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
They know. Oh, this set is so good.
Although I sometimes think that they don't know what they're doing, and they just wait for the community to scream, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, that would have probably been good."
What a great idea. Well, it used to Mark Stafford in one of the Flickr groups, when Flickr groups were a thing, he would kind of put what part do you want to screw over those who are, whatever part's really expensive, do you want me to try to stick in a set? Or, or what part is extreme, whatever. And every once in a while he would come through, or he would at least make a big attempt and everything. It was a not so secret that he was in there doing that kind of stuff, which was fun.
Okay, so I have to throw up a meme that was earlier in the week. If you want to make me big, make me here. Let me. There we go.
Oh, so bad.
When does that thing come out?
It's a gift of purchase, I think, later this month or early next month.
The Bionicle thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to see if those end up like in the damaged. Oh, we didn't sell these or give enough away, and all of a sudden you can get them on the dented table, like because that teal car, I ended up getting 2 or 3 from the dented table on sale at our store. So
yeah, but that wasn't because they didn't sell. That teal car was like really sought after.
Yeah, and I was fortunate. But can you imagine that's not sought after? There's just going to be piles of them on that would just be hilarious to me. I don't know why.
Lego has like 0 sales for like a 2-week period. Okay, well maybe 10 sales.
Or how cheaply they hit the aftermarket. What is the current Matthew? What is the current sales for the Blacktron ship?
Let me pull that up, sir. Last time I sold mine for 47 and change, so that was a couple days ago. Let's take a look.
Has shipping improved for you guys for Shop at Home? Like shipping times?
If it's based out of the US, it's great. But
yeah, okay. Was it great last before December? Like because they in Canada they switched over to UPS. I'm assuming they switched over for you guys as well.
Yeah, mine came fast. Mark's was sent by snail, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, mine was laser ship, and what happened is they placed the order. They told me the order was shipping. They made a label, and then it sat there for 4 days before laser ship picked it up.
Okay, that's how FedEx used to be for us. But
yeah, once laser ship picked it up, it actually got here in a reasonable amount of time. But it sat for 4 days before it got picked up. So that was your.
Yeah.
It looks like the Blacktron's going for 48 US.
Is that higher for around this time? amount of time, or is that normal?
I thought it would fall to 40 very quickly. So that tells me that the demand on the secondary market's pretty decent. Of course, you have to spend $200 to get it, so it's a high price point GWP. But
And there are a lot of diehard Blacktron fans who are just wanting to scoop them up, which
Yeah.
I find kind of interesting because, I mean, other than the fact that the figure, which has the back printing, so maybe there's some incentive for that. Otherwise, everything is standard pieces and some stickers. So I don't know, but it is the nostalgia of it all. So
I think it's like what Mark's got behind him. That box looks amazing, you know,
Yeah.
and to have that box, then those colors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And Mark was talking about Laser Ship. We had something ordered the December the 12th. And it was like December the 19th before Laser Ship picked it up, even though on the 12th, so, you know, there was a label and all that kind of jazz. So it was Laser Ship is no bueno. So not a fan. Anyway, I will probably pick another Blacktron up if they ever go, you know, to the 30-ish range and everything. So
I will tell you, as someone who flips most of his GWPs, that I'm frankly shocked that it hasn't fallen to 40 already. You know, usually it drops pretty quick as more people acquire the GWP and they toss it on Bricklink. It's hardly dropped at all. When it first listed, it was like mid 50s and it dropped down to 50 and now it's at 48. But I don't know. We'll see.
well, that's cool. I got mine. I'm pretty okay. So
I think had it been Bionicle, it would drop by now. So
It'd be free. Please take one.
I think there's a testament to why it has not dropped.
Buy now and get a free brick separator. Or no, wait. I'm trying to think if that would actually increase the price of Bionicle. Yeah, but
Yeah, it would raise the price.
How did I mess that up? Stupid sticker. Dang it. Gotta get the knife.
Good
trials and
craftsman never
tribulations.
blames his tools.
No, I put the sticker on the wrong part. There's stickers inside of brackets, which we did on a set for the first time in the Star Justice set. But they're doing in this, but screwed it up.
so we can blame you for that, is what you're saying.
Yep.
Yes, you can.
Okay, good.
I thought it was a neat way to get controls in a small space and for space.
Space.
Space. Small.
Okay, if you say so. Oh, is Georgia going to score again? They're just going to score all the scores.
You just keep subjecting yourself to torture. You know, like the rest of us don't have it on the TV or anything.
Well, I do. Yeah, I should have turned it off, but I wanted to see this awesome comeback, but it's not going to happen. Those insufferable Georgia fans will continue to be insufferable. So insufferable. I don't know if I put that upside down or not, and I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I got to the top row of this and realized that I was missing one Azure 1x4 plate, and I don't know where in here I may have put it in the wrong place. So I just reached over and opened the drawer and got one out of my drawer and put it on there, because I'm not about to count through this thing and figure out, like, you know, this. Nope.
So now anybody that goes over to Mark's house, walk up to that and say, "Oh, that plate's wrong right there."
You know what? If somebody can figure out which plate is wrong, I will absolutely congratulate them on that.
As you're kicking them out the door. No.
Thanks. Get out.
So that meme that I showed you guys with the Ghidorah, I sent that to Dom, and he was like, "How dare you?" Because he's the Bionicle kid. He grew up with the Bionicle. So
I also heard him say today on something. He's a big Space Police 3 fan.
he did say that on one of his.
Yeah, because that
things.
was the sets that were out when he was a kid.
Mhm.
There's hope for him yet.
You know, that's the funny thing about that is also those are the sets that were out when Jake was a little kid. So, you know.
Well, Jake's not too much younger.
No, that's correct. That's what I was kind of getting at. Yeah. Ah, dang it. I screwed those stupid stickers up and I don't care. No, I didn't. There we go. All right. Good. All right. Those are annoying stickers, but this little construction here to get this front bit in is pretty darn cool. I'll show it. Half a second.
All right, so I placed 2 Bricklink orders and 1 shop at home order during our tonight's show. And once those arrive, I will have almost 70,000 of the 100,000 dots that I need. And half of what I need is dark gray alone. So I will have the parts to build this before, assuming I do dark gray as my bulk lug pick, and then I'll have to wait for whenever that shows up. I could in theory have like all the colors applied and just be waiting on dark gray by fall. We'll see.
You still need to
Maybe
figure out the
I'm-
backing though.
Yeah,
You still got to figure out your backing. So because lavender is actually lavender dots might be one of my picks.
I wish you'd told me that before I just bought 1,500.
Well, because let me see here. Where did I have this window?
But
open?
here's the other color I need. The other color that I need is the yellowish green, aka pale green. I need 9,000 of them, and they are on Bricks and Pieces, but they only let you buy 999 per order. So I've bought 3,000 of them in 3 different orders. I still need another 6,000.
Well, I need 22,000 lavender.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, see, so this is what I didn't talk about during my segment that Matthew had gone on his, because as we all know, if one of us is going to do a big project, somebody else has got to do a big project at the same time, because that's just how it works. So
Dana, I propose that we now rename the Monday show as Mosaic Mondays.
Mosaic Mondays. I think Virginia Bricks would be ecstatic about that. So I've had this thing in the back of my head because I've seen some other people do big mosaics for Bowie. I mean, everybody always does the lightning bolt phase. There's a guy in Colorado, I think, did a big older version of Bowie, but just like a black and white, which was actually really well done because he actually used it's all primary colors that makes your eye think that it's black and white, which is really cool. So I started thinking, and I really wanted to do, because I'm a big fan of Life on Mars. And I know that my wife is too, and that's one of her favorite pictures is the Life on Mars. And I thought, okay, if I'm going to do one, I'm going to do Life on Mars. And so I got to talking with Matthew and, the whole dithering concept. And I know how to work the web and work the tools. So I started playing around. And so 5 foot by 10 foot is what I'm thinking of doing. So it's going to be just slightly smaller than what Matt's working on.
You can't do 10 feet. I'm doing 10 feet.
But I'm doing 10 feet tall where you're doing 10 feet wide. So I'm doing vertical, you're doing horizontal. So it'll be 2 completely different concepts.
We could just leave them connected and rent a very long cargo vehicle, 10-foot long cargo vehicle, just slide
them in,
hang them
and
from
we're
the
good to
side.
go. Yeah. It's got to be a bigger than 10 foot, but yeah. But see, the difference between mine and Matthew's, how many different colors are yours going to be?
I am using 34 colors.
34 colors. So
I had 37.
I used some tools to do some dithering. So those of you may or may not understand what dithering is. If you put different colors near each other, they will make your eye think it's a different color. So I'm actually going to be doing this with a total of 5 colors. And it still looks photorealistic when you step back from it. So it's going to be neat. But again, 73,000 pieces, but only 5 colors. Yeah.
Okay, so I got to show this off. This is really cool. The build for the front. Okay, the front of the car.
Go big screen.
There. Oh, hang on.
Go big screen.
Big screen. Okay.
I thought you were going to say something about dithering, but
No, he's changing the topic. He's tired of us talking about mosaics.
I am. All right. So there's 2 clips in here, and this is the front of the car where you've got to get this grill in. So the grill is very stickered, but you take 2 of the guns. You see the gun here? Oh, my finger. All right. So it's 2 of those
Those are big
guns. Yeah, with all the studs on the side.
Okay.
And with the bar, and you stick the clips on there. And then you put the shields on the side, so that makes the scoop and the printed little part there, and then them babies will click in here, fitting in quite nicely.
So that's so like the Lamborghini was the set to get just to learn how to build it. This is definitely a set I have to get just to learn to build it.
Yes, it's really annoying. Now those stickers in there, they suck. So, anyway.
But it's such a cool method, though. That's
gosh, it's just one of those things. It's like, well, why didn't I think of that? And the bad thing with the angle, well, not the bad thing, but with the angles and everything, it's flush. The angles work and it's flush and it's I hate these guys.
Man, the system.
The system, yeah.
The system is getting you down, man.
This is how much I've done this evening.
Good.
Wow, that's cool.
I built the back and the top. I was when we started this evening, I was finishing up this little chunk down here with the church, and then during the show, I built the backdrop basically. Stacked up plates.
That is an ignorant amount of plate.
Yeah, it's a lot of plates, but they're mostly 1x4s, so it goes pretty quick.
I would say, despite the fact that it's a lot of plates, that I quite enjoyed building it.
So what I'm hearing is my show is fairly mindless, and you can just, not pay attention and do what you want. And
hey, okay, placed 3.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
See, if I don't show up, y'all have to talk. So that there you go.
Matt disappeared.
Did we lose Matt?
Oh wow, we really lost him. Device not connected.
Oh,
Man down.
Man
down.
We've got a piper down.
There's a paper dune. I gotta watch. I saw I Married an Axe Murderer. I love that movie.
It is, yeah.
There's that point where he's talking about look at the size of that boy's head, or he's just ad-libbing.
He's got a huge melon. I bet you cries out his
his huge pillow.
He cries himself to sleep on his huge pillow.
I've given him a complex. But the other actor, he is just.
You told you the other guys
really know that he's ad-libbing that and killing him.
I heard the beep. I think Matt might be back.
Oh
well, no, he's trying.
Oh, okay. I heard a beep.
It beeps, but he's still showing with no video.
He's got the keys. He can let himself in.
Okay, fair enough.
That's true. He knows how to open the door.
Okay, I'm about done with this vehicle. Huh. There they are. Oh, there they are. I want to actually take this and either get another one and to see how much trans yellow I can make work and make this a space car.
Yeah.
Because, it's gray and blue.
That's when you pretty much have the sticker though, eh? Because the rear fenders are printed.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
But if you get another copy of the set, you can get some of the fenders without printing on them.
True. Yeah. I have to buy 2 things. or 3, because maybe I want the original.
All right, tires. I guess I'm okay with the pre-molded tires, but it just feels so very non-Lego to me. That the
weird.
tires are pre-molded on the thing. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's not like a separate rim and tire. It's just a single piece.
It's pre-molded. Hang on, I goofed that up.
Have you ever had a point in time where you thought you built something and you're like, why did I do that? I think there's a better way of doing that. And then you go back and you look and you're like, oh, that's why I did that. And then you got to take everything apart.
Well, there's actually a lot of points on here where you have to put the bar pole in a stud hole instead of a stud on a, you know what I'm saying? You have to hit the middle instead of
you got to put it in a hole that you weren't planning on putting it in. Is that what you're trying to say?
I did not say
like
anything like that. So
it distinctly sounded like you said something.
I know. I couldn't pull the bat shoes to get out of that. It was just like, this is going to get worse and worse as I describe this.
Just remember, sometimes you got to put a bar hole in a stud hole.
That's what
Giddens. That's a quote from Chris Giddens. Sometimes you got to put a bar hole in a stud hole.
Thank you very much. Thank you. This is amazing. This is a really good build. Okay, this is well worth the thing. I mean, all the speed champions are amazing. This one's great. So good. So I highly recommend you pick it up. Oh, see a Moto was in clipping bars technique for everyone. Yeah. That's super amazing. All right. There's Matt trying to get in. I will also say that they have done a better job. It almost seems like they've upped their game with the chrome yet again.
Matt, I think
Matt, do you have a tab open?
I think Mark and I are playing tag with Matt.
No, I don't have another tab open.
Okay. That's better. No.
Okay.
Still
Anyways, I bumped my cable and it knocked my camera offline. And
I got you. All right. Well, you know what? We are a little after an hour, and we have echo, so I'm going to end the show there. Thanks for being here, everybody. We had a lot of folks in the chat chatting. Tim D was in there. I see you. Anyway, so you guys have a great night. Be awesome and build awesome. Pick up pick up the Starry Night. Pick up Captain Xavier if you see him wandering around drunk. It's all good. Thank y'all for being here. Be awesome and build awesome. Good night, everybody.